Hello and welcome to episode number 41 of WITM Season 8 for a rare afternoon recording by me. Of course, by the time this is uploaded, it'll probably be the evening or early morning at some point, but recording here in the afternoon before a late work shift, as we only have a few episodes left of WITM Season 8 and just a few days until, from the time of this recording, until the release of WITM Season 9, only about 6 days at this point, or rather the release of WWE 2K24 and the preparation beginning for WITM Season 9, but we still have two huge matches left in WITM Season 8. Both of them are WarGames matches, the first of which will be right here, right now in this episode. It is time for NXT WarGames and the culmination of the rivalry between the NXT Falconclaws and the Smile Society that all began when a masked man that we now know as Preacher attacked Darf when he was the interim leader of the Falconclaws, and then more Smile Society members would be revealed, more jump attacks by the Smile Society on the Falconclaws would follow. Cameron Grimes would be eventually revealed as the only unmasked member of the Smile Society after Corey tried to use him as basically a informant infiltrating the Smile Society from within, only to turn on Corey and the NXT Falconclaws and join the Smile Society himself. Preacher, Grizzly, and Birdman are still match members. If the Smile Society loses this match, they must reveal themselves next week on NXT. But if the Smile Society wins, then Cabbages, Tyger, Brown, Sorta, and Darf, the NXT Falconclaws, are off of NXT. Those are the stakes at play. Here are the rules for WarGames, and the game will explain it themselves too prior to the entrances to the match and the match officially beginning. Members from each team will appear in random orders. The first man for each team will make their entrance, and then their three teammates will be locked inside of a small cage together. Men will then enter at random intervals with the team that has the advantage getting their members into the match first, meaning they will have a 2-on-1, 3-on-2, and 4-on-3 advantage at some point in the matchup. The Falconclaws earned that advantage when Cabbages, the leader of the NXT Falconclaws, defeated Cameron Grimes in the WarGames advantage match, so the NXT Falconclaws will get their members into the matchup first. And then once each team has all four of their members into the ring, or two rings rather, surrounded by a steel cage, plus weapons in play, then WarGames will officially begin, and the team that earns the first pinfall or submission will win WarGames for their teams. Huge stakes once again. One last time, the stakes are, if the Falconclaws win, then Preacher, Grizzly, and Birdman must reveal their identities and take off their masks next week on NXT, effectively ending the Smile Society. If the Smile Society wins, the Falconclaws will leave NXT and be stripped of any held titles. Huge stakes here. Who will come out victorious at WarGames, possibly the most brutal match that WWE has to offer. The talk is finally over. The build-up is finally over. Let's get into WarGames.
The following is a men's WarGames match. The rules of the match are as follows. Two teams will be contained in separate cages, with one member of each team starting the match. At regular intervals, alternating members from each team will be released to enter the match. The team with the advantage will be the first to have a member released into the match. Once all competitors have entered, WarGames officially begins. The match could be won by pinfall or submission, exiting the cage will result in a forfeit. Now, let the WarGames begin! Introducing first, from Grand Rapids, Michigan, weighing in 265 pounds, D.A.R. From wherever he wants, weighing in 249 pounds, the
Save some face. You know you've only got one. Change your ways while you're young. Boy, one day you'll be a man. Oh, girl, he'll help you understand. Smile like you mean it.
And there's the bell. This match is underway, and I swear I did the order that the entrance appeared in completely random, and it's extremely fitting that it ends up this way with the two men that started this rivalry off. It all started when the masked man we now know as Preacher attacked Darf backstage, kicking off this rivalry and the subsequent attacks that would follow. And now these two men are going to kick off this WarGames matchup before it officially begins. As they already enter the ring on the right, Darf tossing Preacher back into the left ring. Preacher forced up. Remember, pinfalls or submissions cannot happen until every member is in the ring. Right now, it's just about inflicting as much damage, as much pain onto your opponents as you possibly can before WarGames officially begins, so that it will be easier to get the pinfall or submission once WarGames officially begins. And now Darf goes on a mounted punches. Darf, one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions that will lose their titles should the Small Society win this matchup. And we're about to have another Falconclaw into the ring in a moment. And Sword means business. He elects to bring in a whole arsenal of weapons into the WarGames environment, introducing a table, a chair, and a kendo stick, as he now comes to the aid of his tag team partner. It's now a 2-on-1 advantage for the Falconclaws. Sword with the backbreaker. Darf going springboard into a DDT. Preacher's head already in the red zone. No injuries whatsoever for the Falconclaws. They are making the most of that advantage thus far. But Preacher will receive a bit of backup here as both Darf and Sword start to climb the cage. Sword with a diving elbow drop. Here comes Grizzly. As Grizzly elects not to introduce any more weapons, Darf grabs a steel chair and bashes Grizzly over the head with that steel chair. Is now 2-on-2. For now, an even matchup, but eventually a third Falconclaw will enter this matchup. Both Darf and Sword wielding weapons. Preacher in a very bad way. He's been down for quite some time. Grizzly sent head first into the turnbuckle. Preacher's down. Grizzly trips the leg of Darf. And now with Preacher down once again in a very bad way, it's essentially a 2-on-1 advantage all over again for the Falconclaws. Preacher, however, getting back to his feet, taking out Darf and now taunting as Sword sends him head first into the top turnbuckle. Darf with a crossbody on the Grizzly. And soon the Falconclaws will have even more help as another Falconclaw will be entering this matchup. Here comes the NXT champion, Tyger Brown. And Tyger also electing not to introduce any more weapons into this matchup as now a 3-on-2 advantage for the Falconclaws. Tyger, the NXT champion, he will be stripped of his championship should the NXT Falconclaws lose this matchup to the Smile Societies. He hits a suplex onto, I believe that is Preacher. Darf working on Grizzly in the ring on the left. Tyger and Sword ganging up on Preacher on the ring on the right. Darf making use of those weapons with the kendo stick, knocked out of his hands. Tyger is on the edge of one of the cages. He cannot escape, or the Falconclaws forfeit this match. It's a huge diving frog splash. What a move by Tyger Brown. And now Sword is on the edge of the cage. As the NXT Universe chants, "This is awesome," and rightfully so. Darf tosses a table to his tag team partner, Sword, and the Small Society is going to receive some reinforcements momentarily. In comes Cameron Grimes. And Cameron Grimes trying to equalize this matchup, bringing a sledgehammer into play. Both Darf and Grimes ascending the cage, as was Tyger, but Tyger electing to hop down. Darf slams the head of Grimes into the cage itself, and down goes Grimes as Darf goes after him in the ring. Preacher with 2 different injuries, both to the head and chest. Set up powerbomb by Grimes, and it's actually the Smile Society working together to take out Darf in the left ring. On the right ring, it's a different story. The advantage Falconclaws is continuing to inflict even more damage on Preacher, who's already suffered massive damage, and he goes through a table. Preacher, who already has 2 different injuries, goes through a table, and the final Falconclaw will be entering the ring momentarily. It will be the leader of the NXT Falconclaws and team captain, Cabbages. So now every NXT Falconclaw is in the ring. Once Birdman joins the rest of the Small Society, WarGames will be officially underway and pinfalls or submissions will begin to count. In the left ring, it is 2 Small Society members and Darf standing alone. In the right ring, it is 3 Falconclaws all getting up on the already double injured Preacher. Cabbages with mounted punches on Preacher. Meanwhile, Darf getting punished in the left ring by 2 members of the Small Society, Cameron Grimes and I believe Grizzly. Darf's head is in the red zone. Grimes climbing the cage. Grizzly has a kendo stick. Darf, however, starting to hold his own here, but what does Grimes have in mind? Grimes wildly missing that diving axe handle, and Darf with a choke slam on the Grizzly. Cabbages are starting to ascend the cage. And WarGames is about to officially begin, as in just 7 seconds we'll be joined by Birdman, the final member of the Small Society. Birdman enters the ring, wielding a stop sign, and now all 4 members for each team are in the WarGames structure. WarGames officially underway. The first pinfall submission will win the match for that team, and right now is advantage to Small Society. Every Falconclaw is down. Every single Falconclaw is down. Will the Small Society end the NXT tenure of the Falconclaws? Has been their goal from the beginning. Sword currently the only man standing for the Falconclaws, but now he's down. Grizzly beating down Cabbages with a sledgehammer repeatedly. Tyger getting punished by a Small Society member. The Small Society just pummeling the Falconclaws at this moment. Falconclaws trying to fight back. Tyger goes down. Sword laid on attack on somebody. Cabbages going to work on a Small Society member. Darf is starting to inflict some damage. Now it seems to be advantage Falconclaws. It has completely shifted since WarGames has officially begun from the Small Society to the Falconclaws dominating. Now it's every Falconclaw on their feet. All 8 men in the same ring. Sword going to work on Grimes. He has him on the ropes. Darf took out his Small Society member. Sword hits a Small Society member over the head. We have our first pin attempt, but immediately broken up by a Small Society member. Darf goes for cover. And power out at 1. Tyger has a sledgehammer. He's famous for clutching wins for the Falconclaws. Can he do it again in their biggest match yet? He tries to, but 2 different Small Society members come in to break up the cover. Grimes with a diving elbow off of the cage. He tries to win it for the Small Society. That's broken up by Tyger. It's going to be all about isolating one man in one of the 2 rings, likely. That is going to win you this match. You're not going to be able to do it with every man in the same part of the structure. Cabbages with a suplex onto a Small Society member. Darf hits the tombstone lung blower, but it's immediately broken up by a Small Society member. Sword has Grimes isolated. Is Sword going to try to win this match? Grimes laid out on all of that rubble from the table. Someone's going for a cover. Not sure who, but it was broken up at 2. Sword hits his finisher on Grimes. Will he win this match for the Falconclaws? He has a great chance. No, somehow Grimes is able to power out at 2. WarGames continues. Sword continuing to try to lay out punishment on Grimes. He hits another finisher. Sword with another cover. And still Grimes able to power after hitting 2 finishers in a row. Cabbages brings the Small Society member into the right ring. And that Small Society member goes for a roll-up. That's broken up by Sword. Darf goes for cover. And still WarGames continues. What is it going to take? We've seen massive amounts of punishment inflicted already. Almost every man in this match has at least one body part in the red zone. Some have multiple. Tyger goes for a cover. And it's broken up in the nick of time at 2. Cabbages hits the green mist and the punt kick. Tyger with a beautiful 450 splash. He goes for cover. And still WarGames continues. Tyger isolated in the left ring. He'll be joined by Darf. In the right ring, it is Sword and Cabbages taking on Grimes and one of the masked members. Darf throws a stop sign on the Small Society member. Sword looking to take flight. Diving elbow drop. Not quite sure if he caught that or if that was Cabbages that hit a move on Grimes. Now a Small Society member taking flight as we cut to Tyger getting reversed by a Small Society member. Cabbages getting suplexed onto one of the half of the table in the right ring. Tyger stunned. One of the Small Society members stunned. Sword was thinking about taking flight. He elects not to. Darf has one of these Small Society members isolated in the left ring. Great opportunity. And Darf, the man whose attack started this rivalry, is going to win WarGames for the NXT Falconclaws. Next week, the Small Society must reveal their identities. Okay, and here is your results and rankings update for this NXT WarGames special edition of NXT. In the opening match, a new NXT Women's Champion was crowned as Roxanne Perez defeated the now former NXT Women's Champion Blair Davenport to become the new NXT Women's Champion. Then we had some more women's action as one half of the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, Valentina Feroz, defeated JC Jane of Toxic Attraction. And in the main event, we had another non-title matchup as the NXT North American Champion Axiom defeated Grayson Waller. And how does that affect the rankings on NXT? Let's find out. The NXT Women's Tag Team Champions are Valentina Feroz and Alyssa Leon, number contenders Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, number 2 Toxic Attraction. The new NXT Women's Champion is Roxanne Perez, number contender Ariana Grace. Number 2, Mandy Rose. Number 3, Nikita Lyons. Number 4, Cora Jade. Number 5, Lash Legend. Number 6, Abba Fire. Number 7, Miko Satomura. Number 8, Tiffany Stratton. Number 9, Indy Hartwell. Number 10, Fallon Henley. Number 11, Taya Hale. Number 12, Tatum Paxley. Number 13, Ivy Nile. The former NXT Women's Champion Blair Davenport finds herself all the way at the bottom of the division. She'll have to work her way almost all the way back up from the bottom. Number 15, Wendy Chu. Number 16, Zoe Stark. The NXT Tag Team Champions are Darf and Sword, the NXT Falconclaws, number contenders, the Creed Brothers. Number 2, Pretty Deadly. Number 3, Gallus. Number 4, Jensen and Briggs. Number 5, Anofe and Blade. Number 6, Birdman and Grizzly of the Small Society, who are two of the men who must reveal themselves next week. The NXT North American Champion is Axia. Number contender, Cabbages. Number 2, Wes Lee. Number 3, Trick Williams. Number 4, Damon Kemp. Number 5, Grayson Waller. Number 6, Nathan Frazier. Number 7, Von Wagner. The NXT Champion is Tyger Brown. Number contender, Ilya Dragunov. Number 2, Apollo Crews. Number 3, Carmelo Hayes. Number 4, Braun Breaker. Number 5, Joe Gacy. Number 6, Tyler Bate. Number 7, Duke Hudson. Number 8, Tony D'Angelo. Number 9, J.D. McDonough. Number 10, Andre Chase. Number 11, Cameron Grimes. So now we advance to main event, the minor show for both Raw and NXT. We can go ahead and reveal that card now and see if there are any WITM matchups for the next episode. And there are not, so I will sim off screen and we'll be back in a moment with the results and rankings update. Okay, and here is your results and rankings update for this edition of main event. Damage Control defeated Nikki ASH and Dana Brooke. Dolph Ziggler defeated Mustafa Ali. And in the main event, the OC defeated the Alpha Academy. And how does that affect the rankings on Raw since there were no NXT matches on that card? Let's find out. To save some time, we'll only show the divisions that were affected by those matches. The Women's Tag Team Champions are Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi. Number contenders, Damage Control. The Raw Women's Champion is Rhea Ripley. Number contender, Bianca Belair. Number 2, Bayley. Number 3, Dana Brooke. Number 4, Alexa Bliss. Number 5, Queen Alpaca. Number 6, Tamina. Number 7, Candice LeRae. Number 8, Nikki ASH. Number 9, Asuka. Number 10, Michin Mia Yim. The undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions are Los Lotharios. Number contenders, the Raw Falconclaws, Alec Winterborn and E-Rock. Number 2, the OC. Number 3, the Street Profits. Number 4, Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day. And number 5, the Alpha Academy. Now we advance to SmackDown, where it is unlikely we will have a WITM match. So we'll be back in a moment with probably another results and rankings update. Okay, and here are your results for this edition of SmackDown. In the opening matchup, the Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn defeated Ricochet in non-title action. Then, in a rivalry match that broke down into a tag team match that broke into a singles match, Jey Uso of the Bloodline defeated a guest from Monday Night Raw, for some reason, Bobby Lashley. Then, in another tag team match that broke down into a singles match, Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium defeated Xavier Woods of the New Day. Roman Reigns defeated Sheamus of the Brawling Brutes, and in the main event, the SmackDown Women's Champion Raquel Rodriguez defeated Natalya. And how does that affect the rankings on SmackDown? Let's find out. The Women's Tag Team Champions are Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi. The SmackDown Women's Champion is Raquel Rodriguez, a contender and confirmed next challenger for the title, Ronda Rousey. Number 2 is Sonya Deville. Number 3, Shayna Baszler. Number 4 is Zelina Vega. Number 5, Liv Morgan. Number 6, Natalya. Number 7, Aaliyah. Number 8, Lacey Evans. Number 9, Emma. And number 10, Xia Li. The undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions are Los Lotharios, some contenders, Legado del Fantasma. Number 2, the Viking Raiders. Number 3, Brawling Brutes. Number 4, New Day. And number 5, Imperium. Number 6, the Usos. Number 7, Maximum Male Models. And number 8, Hit Row. The Intercontinental Champion is Sami Zayn. Number contender, Gunther. Number 2, Braun Strowman. Number 3, Ricochet. Number 4, Madcap Moss. Number 5, Drew Gulak. Number 6, Rey Mysterio. Number 7, Shinsuke Nakamura. Number 8, Santos Escobar. Number 9, Solo Sikoa. The undisputed WWE Universal Champion is Brock Lesnar. Number contender, Roman Reigns. Number 2, Drew McIntyre. Number 3, Karrion Kross. Number 4, LA Knight. Number 5, Sheamus. So now we advance to NXT Level Up. The minor show for NXT is that where we'll find our next WITM matchup. It is not, so I will send those results off screen and we'll be back in a moment with yet another results and rankings update. Okay, and here are your results for NXT Level Up. Apollo Crews defeated Duke Hudson. Tony D'Angelo defeated Carmelo Hayes. And Taya Hale defeated Nikita Lyons. And how's that affect the rankings on NXT? Let's find out. To save some time, we'll only show the divisions that were affected by those results. The NXT Women's Champion is Roxanne Perez, number contender Ariana Grace. Number 2, Mandy Rose. Number 3, Cora Jade. Number 4, Nikita Lyons. Number 5, Lash Legend. Number 6, Alba Fire. Number 7, Mako Satomura. Number 8, Tiffany Stratton. Number 9, Taya Hale. Number 10, Indy Hartwell. Number 11, Fallon Henley. Number 12, Tatum Paxley. Number 13, Ivy Nile. Number 14, Blair Davenport. Number 15, Wendy Chu. Number 16, Zoe Stark. The NXT Tag Team Champions are Darf... we don't need to do that division. The NXT Champion is Tyger Brown. Number contender, Apollo Crews. Number 2, Ilya Dragunov. Number 3, Braun Breaker. Number 4, Joe Gacy. Number 5, Carmelo Hayes. Number 6, Tony D'Angelo. Number 7, Tyler Bates. Number 8, Duke Hudson. Number 9, J.D. McDonough. Number 10, Andre Chase. Number 11, Cameron Grimes. So now we advance to Monday Night Raw. Is that where we will find our next WITM matchup? We will find out in just a moment. And yes, in the next episode, which I believe is episode number 42, we will have 2 Survivor Series WarGames preview matches between the 2 teams participating, the Raw Falconclaws and the Judgment Day. First, it will be the tag teams from each side, as it will be Alec Winterborn and Iraq taking on the now former WWE Tag Team Champions Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day. And then it will be 2 of the singles stars competing against each other, as it will be Corey taking on Finn Balor. Also not on the card will be Edge taking on, who will be joining the Raw Falconclaws, as he has been aiding them in the past few weeks, taking on the mystery 4th man that will be joining the Judgment Day, and their 4th match, and for their, Edge will be taking on the mystery man that will be joining the Judgment Day as their 4th man in WarGames. So that man will be revealed. We will not be showing that entire matchup since Edge is not a WIT member, obviously, but we may have some clips from that and at least reveal who that man that will be joining the Judgment Day will be. But that is going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of WITM action. Until episode number 43, this was evidently episode number 42. So I got it all mixed up. But this was episode number 42. Episode number 43 is next. But prior to that, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss a single moment of WITM action, as we have just a few episodes left of Season 8. And then after about a month or so of preparations, we'll be beginning WITM Season 9 shortly after WrestleMania. Check out our Twitch channels in the description. Check out our sponsor Dubby, where you can use our coupon codes and receive 10% off of Dubby Energy until episode number 43 for the final go-home Raw prior to Survivor Series WarGames, where we have some WarGames previews where Alec Winterborn and Iraq of the Falconclaws take on Damian Priest and Dominic Mysterio of the Judgment Day, and Corey takes on Finn Balor. This is Corey with WITM CAW Wrestling, signing off.